What's up, Dunkers and Dunkettes? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're here with the Madden 24 New England Patriots realistic rebuild. This is as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. I know it's been a minute, but if you know that this is as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. You have Bill Belichick, if you peep him on the top right corner. Bill Belichick, this was his last NFL season as a head coach of the Patriots. I think he'll be joining like a broadcast team and maybe trying to get on another team sometime in the future. But retired as the NFL coach of the Patriots. Same week as Nick Saban retired from Alabama. So two great legends, coaching legends of the football game, both retiring, which is crazy. But we are going to be doing the New England Patriots with Bill Belichick for this season. And at the end of the season, where we win or make the playoffs or miss out on the playoffs, we will be retiring Bill Belichick and going with the new head coach, former Patriot linebacker, and now former linebackers coach for the Patriots, in Gerard Mayo. And then y'all know the deal. If Gerard Mayo fails, then No Vision Duncan might have to step in and be the coach of the Patriots. But with all that being said, let's waste no more time and let's meet the roster, the squad, the team here before year one starts and before the preseason gets underway. Now, I already know what y'all gonna say. The rosters, yes, are outdated, but I'm going to finish out these realistic rebuilds for the fans of the teams. All you Patriot fans, any Dunk Squad, Dunkaholics that are Patriot fans, and the remaining teams that we have to do for the rebuilds, we're going to finish strong. We're getting into Madden 25 season. The cover got revealed today. Christian McCaffrey, Run CMC, as I record this, is the new cover star for Madden 25. But we are going to finish these realistic rebuilds before the release of Madden 25. I owe you guys that much. So our quarterback as of now will be Mac Jones. I know in real life he got traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars. He is going to be backing up Trevor Lawrence. But I'm the GM. I'm controlling the Patriots. If Mac Jones can have a great season, or if we can develop him, maybe he can become the quarterback that the Patriots thought they were getting when they drafted him out of Alabama. And if we can develop him into our franchise quarterback, maybe he could be that. Or we might have to go and get our own version of Drake May in the draft. We have Bailey Zapp here, and then Nathan Rourke at quarterback. At running back, you got Ramondre Stevenson. You got Zeke backing him up, Jermichael Hasty, and Kevin Harris. No fullback on the roster. At wide receiver, you got Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker, Juju Smith-Schuster, Demario Douglas, Jalen Rager, Tyquan Thornton, Kayshon Boutte. If it wasn't for injury, I think he would have went a lot higher in the past draft. And then you got the veteran special teamer Matthew Slater. At tight end, you got Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki, Farrell Brown blocking tight end. Then you got Joe Cardona, the long snapper. At tackle, you got Trent Brown, Calvin Anderson, Cole Strange, their first round pick from last season, which at the time was a strange pick in the first round. We got Antonio Mafi, David Andrews. I believe this is his younger brother, Jake Andrews. You have James Ferentz. At right guard, you got the rookie guard, City So. Right tackle, Mike Owinu, Riley Reef, Connor McDermott, Vidarian Lowe, Tyrone Wheatley Jr. And then on the defensive side, you got Christian Barmore, Lawrence Guy Sr., the veteran, Sam Roberts, Dietrich Wise Jr., Keon White, who I think they got in the second round. We're going to try to develop him as a defensive lineman slash edge rusher. You got Devon Godchow at nose tackle, Daniel Kule, Jeremiah Farms Jr. Got Matt Judon, who is the best player on this team on the defensive side. But, we are going to try to follow the Patriot way too. So that means maybe trading Matt Judon a year early rather than a year later. The Patriots and Bill Belichick have always been great at doing that. It looks crazy, it looks insane at the time that they pull off those trades in the past, but in the long term, it does pay off, and it is a smart move, smart business move. We're gonna stand on business here in this Patriots rebuild. You got Josh Uche, Anthony Jennings, Christian Ellis, Jawan Bentley at linebacker, Matt Wilson Sr., Raekwon McMillan, Jelani Tavai, Chris Board. And this defense that the Patriots run in the game is multiple 3-4. Their playbook does have 4-3 formations and 3-4. They have Jelani Tavai in this 3-4 defense like an edge rusher, but he's our sub linebacker. So I think this defense, we can switch, and multiple guys can play multiple positions. Like I think even Keon White, we could probably bounce out here to left outside linebacker. You got Jelani Tavai. He could play a little bit on the right outside linebacker in this scheme, but he can also play his natural position inside linebacker. So there's going to be a lot of guys that we shuffle around here. Y'all know we love to flex our players, especially when it comes to our defense, especially when it comes to our corner, having 4 or 5 cornerbacks. But we got Jonathan Jones, Christian Gonzalez, who was their first round pick out of Oregon. He should be our CB1 for the entire rebuild. You got J.C. Jackson, who they got back in a trade with the Chargers. Got Marcus Jones, Miles Bryant, Marco Wilson, Sean Wade, Alex Austin, and Isaiah Bolden. Wonder if he's related to Brandon Bolden, former Patriot of the running back for the Patriots. Got Jalen Mills at free safety, Adrian Phillips, Brandon Schooler, and then Jabril Peppers, Kyle Duggar. And I love Kyle Duggar. He's one of those gadget players. You can move around. You can play special teams, safety, corner, play linebacker. He can do it all. You got Marte Mapu, and they are loaded at the strong safety position. He has a hidden dev, rookie out of Sacramento State. So we got to find a way to get him on the field. And you got Cody Davis. And then they have a pair of rookie special teamers. They have a kicker in Chad Ryland. And then you have the punter, Bryce Behringer. And then there are the draft picks right there. But we're going to waste no more time, simulate this preseason. I am going to let Bailey Zapp and Mac Jones battle it out to see who's going to start week 1 for us at the quarterback position. It's not guaranteed that it's going to be Mac Jones for the entire rebuild, especially with him getting traded in real life. Even if he didn't get traded in real life, it still wouldn't be guaranteed for him. But we are going to simulate this preseason. We got the Texans up first, and we lose 14-7. Don't care about wins and losses in the preseason. It's all about them stats. So let's see, Bailey Zapp, 8 of 19. Mac Jones was 4 of 5. But Bailey Zapp played with the 2s. Mac Jones played with the 1s. Running back Ramondre Stevenson, 36 yards, a touchdown for Zeke. Jalen Reagor was our leading receiver. Don't want to see that. And then sacks, Matt Judon. No surprise. And then there goes my boy. I said we needed to get him on the field, and that's exactly why. Marte Mapu with the interception. Adrian Phillips with the interception. Chad Riley making his extra pointers inside the 20 punt for, what's his name? Behringer, the rookie punter. And we're going to simulate week 2 of the preseason against the Green Bay Packers. And we get our first win of the preseason. And we do it in Green Bay at Lambeau. And how did Mac Jones do? 14 of 18, and then Bailey Zapp 7 of 14. So right now, Mac Jones does have the edge over Bailey Zapp in this quarterback battle. Ramondre Stevenson continuing to have the more yards, and then Zeke with the 2 touchdowns. So hopefully they can be a great 1-2 punch combo when it comes to the regular season. Kendrick Bourne and Juju both with 65 yards receiving. No sacks given up from the O-line. Anthony Jennings with the sack. Jawan Bentley and Matt Judon with the sack. His second sack of the preseason. Chad Riley making the field goal. And then Bryce Behringer, another punt inside the 20. Wide receiver mentorship. This is Devontae Parker wanted to take Demario Douglas under his wing, and Demario Douglas is a receiver. He's wide receiver 4 right now on the depth chart, but I could see him developing as wide receiver 2, maybe even wide receiver 1. And we're going to simulate this final preseason game against the Tennessee Titans. Who I think in the game, Mike Vrabel is still the coach, former Patriot. But how do they do? Bailey Zapp, 5 of 7. Mac Jones, 12 of 20, but I believe he didn't throw any interceptions. So it looks like we're going to start the season with Mac Jones at quarterback. Zeke, making the case that maybe he should be running back 1, but we're going to roll with the younger Ramondre Stevenson. Juju, 31 yards receiving. Mike Gesicki is in there. Hunter Henry, the 2 tight ends. David Andrews, Lawrence Guy, Matt Judon. No interceptions. And there you go. Chad Ryland, he is a rookie, so I am going to let that slide. But 2 missed field goals. At least he made the 2 extra pointers. And it is the end of the preseason, so it is time to make cuts. And the Patriots have a lot of players on this roster. 14, but we are going to look at the final stats of the preseason to help us determine who is going to stay on the team and who has to go. Mac Jones and Bailey Zapp, neither one threw touchdowns or interceptions, but Mac Jones is going to get the starting job to start the season. Ramondre Stevenson, he's going to be running back 1. Zeke, running back 2. Receiver Kendrick Bourne, might as well just leave it the way it is. Him as wide receiver 1. Juju, I think, was in the slot. And Devontae Parker, who I think retired in real life, he's going to be a wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3. Going to try to fit Gesicki and Hunter Henry in there. Use the 2 tight ends. And then offensive line, they were great in the preseason. And then when it comes to sacks, Matt Judon dominated. And then you had a couple of sacks from Jawan Bentley, Lawrence Guy, and Anthony Jennings. And then Adrian Phillips, Marte Mapu, the only 2 with interceptions. And Chad Ryland had that terrible 3rd preseason game where he missed both of his field goal kicks. But we do have to make some difficult cuts, 14 of them. Some probably won't be as difficult as others. Like we don't need 3 quarterbacks on the roster, so Nathan Rourke will be going to the PS practice squad. Kevin Harris, we're going to keep 4 running backs because we don't have a fullback on the roster. We do have a lot of receivers, though. Matt Slater staying on the team. Kayshon Boutte is a guy that we could put on the practice squad. No, he's dealt with injury in the past. Don't need long snappers. In Madden, they haven't yet figured out how to really implement them. So we're just going to release Joe Cardona. I tried my best to keep them on the roster, but when we have too many players already on the roster, like this Patriots roster, got to release them. A lot of tackles. So Fedarian Lowe, former Viking. Go Vikes, Skull. We will move him. And then Tyrone Wheatley Jr., we will move him to the practice squad. So that is 3-4 cuts so far. Sam Roberts is another name we can move to the practice squad. I try to keep as many of these players on the actual team by putting them on the practice squad. I'd rather put them on the practice squad than just straight up release them from the team. Especially if we were to win a Super Bowl, you know, they get a ring too. Christian Ellis with 2 S's. On the practice squad, and they have a boatload of corners. Isaiah Bolden. All right, how are we going to do this? Brendan Schooler. He can go on the practice squad. Isaiah Bolden. He can go on the practice squad. And Alex Austin. And they still have about, 7 corners. And we'll we'll see what the number went down to. Probably still got 4 players, so we might have to sacrifice a couple of the guys. Kevin Harris. You know what? We do have what? We have 4 tight ends. No, 3 tight ends. We'll we'll put him on the practice squad for now. Um, I think we can cut James Ferentz. Rating is just too low. He's too old. We might have to put Sean Wade on the practice squad. And Cody Davis, he does have the mentor tag though, and that is valuable. So I actually want to try to keep that. I know Sean Wade with that 70 overall, we put him on the practice squad. He is going to get stolen from us because I do have practice squad stealing on. I know if I have less than 3 defensive tackles, they're going to randomly sign a guy in the middle of the season and kick somebody else off the team. Same thing if I get rid of Connor McDermott. But it is only 2 players. So let's go back to the drawing board. Keeping Slater. Tyquan Thornton. Another one of those players that could get stolen, but like DeMario Douglas, young, could develop them. So I don't want him stolen. With Duggar, Mapu, one of these safeties has to go. Cody Davis saves us 1 point, well, about 1 mil. But when you look at Sean Wade, when you look at Adrian Phillips, when you look at Mapu, when you look at Jalen Mills, Cody Davis does have the lowest rating out of all those defensive backs. Oh, we have Anthony Jennings on that side. Chris Board, with his low rating, he's going to go. And we're making an executive decision. It's tough. You know what? I still want to keep Cody Davis because of that mentor tag. I said it was valuable. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna move Jeremiah Farms Jr. to the practice squad, and hopefully the game, the AI, the computer doesn't do what it feels like doing by signing another player. So we have made our cuts. We've put our guys on the practice squad. For Mac Jones, he's already a field general, so I'm just gonna let them upgrade that. We are gonna do 1 point for Christian Gonzalez. He's already a scheme fit too, so we'll auto upgrade all of those, and we will adjust the lineup, set up the depth chart, and get ready for the regular season. Honestly, I think I'm gonna leave the depth chart the way it is, just because of how not complicated, but the Patriots playbook and scheme, especially when it comes to the defensive side, we want to use all these guys and get all these guys in, and there are going to be injuries, so most of these guys are going to get playing time, but we are going to move Farrell Brown to fullback, and then Gesicki the backup tight end, and then Zeke, Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker, Juju, DeMario, Jalen Reagor, Tyquan Thornton, Hunter Henry, Gesicki, Farrell Brown. Got Trent Brown at left tackle, Cole Strange at left guard, David Andrews, Jake Andrews, CeeSo, and Mike Winu. Barmore and Guy. You're going to have Dietrich and Keon White, Godchow, Judon, Uche, Bentley, Wilson, McMillan, Savai, Jennings, Jones, Gonzalez, Jackson, Jones, Bryant. Got to find a way to get I think what we're going to do, we're going to have Kyle Duggar and his versatility. He's going to play free safety. Jabril Peppers is going to play strong safety, and then Mapu will be back up. Kick return, they have Marcus Jones, Jalen Rager, do Matt Slater. And then punt return, Marcus Jones, and we'll do Demario Douglas. Kyle Duggar does it all. Slater. And then kickoff start will be our punter, Behringer. David Andrews, long snap, third down will be Zeke. Power back will be Ramondre. Slot receiver, they have Juju, Demario Douglas, and Gesicki. I'm fine with that. Hopefully they actually use 2 tight ends in this offensive playbook. Judon for the left edge, Dietrich Wise on the right, Baltimore Godchild, Lawrence Guy, sub linebackers Jelani Tavai, Kyle Duggar, and Jawan Bentley. Slot corner, they have Kyle Duggar, Marcus Jones, and Miles Bryant, who I might change to Mapu. And those are the only minor changes that I am going to make as we get ready for the regular season. And I think what my focus is for this Patriots rebuild, we want to go back to Patriot football, the Patriot way, building a dynasty. How do we do that? Because Belichick really hasn't done anything since Brady departed from the Patriots. So how do we do that? We get the little fast white slot wide receivers. We get the 2 tight end system. We have a great defense, a great running game with multiple running backs. We trade veteran players 1 year early before they start to decline. And I think we can do all of that and not even maybe find our Tom Brady, but settle for like a Jimmy Garoppolo or something, or get a who else was great? The Patriots game, Matt Castle, or some of those quarterbacks. But season goal, I would say this Patriot team, either way, gonna make the playoffs. Belichick, last couple seasons has been losing, but this is his final season, regardless if we have a winning season or not. We are going to use the auto-generated class, even though the real-life draft is over and done with. We're going to save that rookie class for Madden 25, and we have, let's see, an edge rusher or outside linebacker as number 1. You have a couple of offensive tackles at 2 and 3. There is a quarterback there at number 4, Angelo Colon, and then you have some more offensive tackles, some D linemen, some more linebackers. So only one quarterback in the top 10. See if there's some more. He is literally the only quarterback that's going in the first couple of days. So if you want him, better get him. But we open up the season against the Philadelphia Eagles, a rematch of a couple of Super Bowls they met in. Patriots won the one with they beat Donovan McNabb and T.O. And then the Eagles with Nick Foles in the Philly special. But we are going to simulate. We're at home. We're at 81 overall, 83 defense, 81 offense. Can we get the W? First game of the season, and we lose by a touchdown, 31-24 to the Eagles. I mean, we didn't play that bad of a game. It was tied 17-all at the half. They just scored one more touchdown than we did in the fourth quarter. 3 sacks given up from the offensive line. But Mac Jones, 20 of 24. We could not stop DeAndre Swift. Ramondre Stevenson had an okay game. 2 touchdowns by Zeke. Kendrick Bourne was our leading receiver. Hunter Henry with a touchdown. A couple of sacks given up from the O-line. Then we had a sack for Matt Judon, sack for Devon Godchild, pick for Jonathan Jones. Chad Ryland made a 45-yard field goal. But we start the season off 0-1 as we have a division game against Miami. Prime time, 8:20 at Gillette Stadium in this AFC East division, which has been historically one-sided in the Patriots' favor. And not anymore as we get blown out 28-0. On Sunday Night Football. 44 yards rushing. They shut us down. They shut our passing game down. We only had 9 first downs, only 1 turnover. But look at all those sevens on the scoreboard for the Dolphins. And look at all those zeros. And we ain't talking about money. We're talking about points through 4 quarters. 15-minute quarters, too. Because y'all know this is real as it gets when it comes to realistic. But Mac Jones, no touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks, 14 of 26. And then Tua, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Could not stop A-Chain. Could not stop, Mostert, their whole running game. Even their fullback, Alec Ingold, with a touchdown. Tyreek had a touchdown. And no touchdowns for us. Matt Judon, though, 3.5 sacks in one game. He had a sack in game one, so he's already at 4.5 in 2 games. Anthony Jennings with the sack. Half a sack for Jonathan Jones. He had a pick the first game. Xavier Howard, interception. But we are 0-2, and we scored no points. First mock draft is out, and we should be here at the top. There's my Hawks getting a quarterback. But do the Patriots not? I was about to say, do they not have a first round pick? They have us taking a defensive tackle. We do need another D lineman. Not really, because we have Godshall, we have Barmore, and then Keon White will replace Dietrich Wise either at some point during this season or we'll wait next season. So could always add to the D line though. Weekly award, got to go to Matt Judon. 3.5 sacks, 10 tackles. So well deserved for Matt Judon. Maybe now would be a good time to trade him, but we'll wait to the trade deadline. Delegate the regional focus scouting. But 0-2 Patriots, 0-2 Jets. Something has to give. Somebody's going to get their first win of the season and leave one of these AFC East teams winless, as the Dolphins are 2-0, Bills 1-1. Something's got to give. And we get our first dub of the season, 28-24 on the road against the Jets. We ran all over them, passed all over them. We did turn the ball over. A lot of third down conversions, though. 3 touchdowns for Mac Jones, only 1 interception. No sacks. Shout out to the O-line. 22 of 30. We still could not stop the run, though. Breece Hall, a $145. Ramondre Stevenson, though, 87 and a TD. And what's up with these fullbacks scoring touchdowns against us? Juju with the touchdown. Hunter Henry, 65 yards. Devontae Parker with a touchdown. Pharaoh Brown, our third tight end, getting a 28-yard bomb. Gesicki had a catch. So utilizing the tight ends, Jawan Bentley and Matt Judon, half a sack. He's at 5 sacks in 3 games. On pace to break the sack record, maybe. We get our first win of the season. Zeke playing against his former Cowboy team that in real life he went back to, but will be wearing number 15, not going back to 21. And we lose 35-24. They shut our running game down, passed all over us. Dak, why'd you do us like that? 422, 5, no interceptions. Everybody knows the Cowboys are always OP in the Madden simulation. Matt Jones, though, did not have a bad game. 2 touchdowns, no interception. Only 10 incompletions, and he had a rushing touchdown. So this one is not on Mac Jones. This is on not being able to stop Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks. Hunter Henry had a great game. Kendrick Bourne, 2 touchdowns for Juju. Demario Douglas had a 28-yard bomb. A couple of sacks given up from the O-line guys. No sacks, so the streak of Matt Judon having a sack ends. Chad Ryland makes a field goal, and we are now 1-3. Jets still 0-4, so we're not bottom of the division. And Vikings, my Vikings, they steal Jeremiah Farms from our practice squad. That's okay, though. 1-3 versus 1-3, Saints and Patriots. And we lose again. 17-20. We ran the ball. Both teams couldn't pass, but we have a turnover problem. And Mac Jones throwing 2 interceptions, getting sacked.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.
The Cardinals on the clock now. Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. The Chicago Bears are on the clock now. The Las Vegas Raiders now on the clock. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. Next up, the Patriots are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Giants. On the clock now, the New England Patriots. It's the Bucks now on the clock. The New England Patriots are now on the clock. Next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. It's the New England Patriots, now on the clock. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. Next up, the Patriots are on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On the clock now, the New England Patriots. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. The New England Patriots are now on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock.